After almost 30 years, Beaufort County will have a new person in charge of law enforcement.
Sheriff P.J. Tanner officially announced he will not run for an 8th term and will step down in January of next year. But first, he sat down with me to talk about his decision and his future. Now, Tanner first told his own deputies in a one-page letter last night. He first took over this department in 1999. An office, he says, was in shambles when he started. Now he believes he leaves Beaufort County in good shape. He brought an improved salary structure, significant technology improvements, and a stronger investigative team to the department. And while he knows he could keep doing this job and do it well, he also knew when it was time to step aside.
But if I do 4 more years, then at the end of that term, I'll be 71. At some point, enough's enough. You have to walk away. I've seen sheriffs in South Carolina that I've been friends with for a long, long time that stayed too long and died in office and never had a chance, to be retired. They never wanted to retire. That's not me.
Now, Tanner made this decision just 3 days before the filing period of this election cycle, which opens on Monday. Sheriff told me his goal to open the door for anyone who wanted to run to throw their hat in the ring. He will endorse someone as his replacement, but is waiting until all the candidates have signed up before making any announcement. Tanner's last day in office will be January 5th, 2027.
New developments to tell you about now. We have learned that the victim who died yesterday after a shooting at Old Dominion University in Virginia has connections to our area. He has been identified as Lieutenant Colonel Brandon Shaw. Georgia Governor Brian Kemp announcing today on social media that Shaw previously served as the director of the 3rd Combat Aviation Brigade at Hunter Army Airfield here in Savannah. And he earned his Master's of Business Administration from the University of Georgia in 2018. A UGA recognition also noted that Shaw served as an Army aviator and pilot, deploying multiple times to Iraq and Afghanistan. In a statement, a spokesperson for the 3rd Infantry Division told WSAV that they were saddened to hear of the loss of a former dog-faced soldier, describing Shaw as a leader and a valued teammate. They went on to say the division's thoughts and prayers are with Shaw's family, friends, and students.
Defense attorneys for the man accused of shooting and injuring 5 people on Fort Stewart last summer have now changed pleas from not guilty to guilty. Sergeant Cornelius Radford faces charges on specifications of attempted murder, domestic violence, and aggravated assault. Now, a hearing on whether or not the judge accepts this guilty plea now set for March 31st and April 1st at the Fort Stewart courtroom in Hinesville. If the plea is accepted, Radford will be sentenced between April 20th and the 22nd.
Savannah's St. Patrick's Day celebration may last just one day. Of course, we know people come in town and they party throughout the weekend leading up to the big parade. But we want to tell you this, preparing for the big celebration takes months of planning and hundreds of workers behind the scenes. City leaders are giving us a closer look at just how much goes into hosting one of the largest Irish celebrations in the country. Officials say keeping Savannah safe and clean requires coordination across dozens of departments and agencies. City leaders say the scale of the event is enormous to manage crowds and keeping the city running smoothly. More than 280 police officers will be working the parade along with dozens of firefighters. Sanitation crews will also be in full force with nearly 150 solid waste workers helping clean streets before, during, and after. The city will also install hundreds of water barricades to help block vehicles from restricted areas along the parade route.
Last year, we removed over 231 tons of trash. That's the equivalent of 15 million Solo cups, 2,300 crowd control barricades. That works out to about 3.4 miles of crowd control barricades.
Now the city wants you to help by planning ahead and using those designated trash and recycling bins throughout the weekend.
Speaking of the parade, a fan favorite is returning.
There's the belly dancer. Yes. The kisses on the tummy. Do you see it?
The A. Lee Shriners once again bringing the music, the dancing, and of course spreading a powerful message with their 33 parade entries. Their mission, something many people don't know about, which is supporting children and their families through 21 Shriner hospitals. Dave Armstrong is the potentate or leader of the Ely Temple for 2025. He says it's heartwarming to visit one of their hospitals to see kids receiving much needed care.
We help children with orthopedic disorders, burn patients, and we have some of the best hospitals in the world, and our children go to our hospitals and they have smiles on their faces when they go to the hospital.
Now, if you'd like to get involved with the Shriners or donate to their mission, you can just visit our website, wsav.com/Shriners.
And as we get closer to St. Patrick's Day, Savannah Mayor Van Johnson joining forces with AAA to highlight their Tow to Go program, helping impaired drivers get home safely.
If you're having too good of a time, that there's a resource to help you to be able to get home. And if you don't take care of that resource, there's another resource that's going to give you a great place to sleep. So we want you to come here. We want you to enjoy our city, enjoy all it has to offer. Certainly take advantage of the libations. We're known for that. But if it's too much, if you think it's too much, it has probably been too much.
And Tow to Go will be active beginning at 6 a.m. Monday, or 6 p.m. Monday night, to 6 o'clock Wednesday morning. All you have to do is call 855-2-TOW-TO-GO, and a tow truck will take you and your car to a safe place. Now, that service is free. It's available to everyone. You do not need to be a AAA member.
St. Patrick's Day just 4 days away, and some of Savannah's most beloved performers hard at work perfecting those perfect parade routines. WSV's Jillian Cole stepped into rehearsal with one group taking part in the celebration every year. She joins us now with the big story.
Andrew, there's so many elements to the parade every year. We have bagpipes, marching bands, and even Savannah Bananas. But some people, their favorite part is to see the Irish dancers jig down the parade route. Well, I got a chance to see what goes into their prep, not just for St. Patrick's Day, but all year long. Legacy Irish Dance Academy instructor Paige Kelly says her dancers rehearse 4 nights a week or more all year long. The high-energy routines rooted in Irish tradition take strength, poise, and passion to master. Some students even travel the world to compete in competitions, but she says St. Patrick's Day Parade still remains one of their favorite stages.
The time where they can kind of let loose and relax and just show what they wanted to do and what they love to do with their friends and family, and even strangers on the parade. So the energy is contagious at the parade, and you can just see the girls have so much fun.
Now, the Legacy Irish dancers say they also face a unique challenge: timing. Their routines are counted in 6/8 time, which is a little bit different than ballet or tap.
Yeah, Jillian, I also heard that you laced up your shoes and got into the rhythm as well.
Yes, Miss Tara Shea Ennis, she taught me a traditional Irish dance step. Let's just say it really does take some strength, and that footwork is harder than it looks.
Okay, we want to see a little bit.
It's one of the first dances we teach our beginners here, and we start with our feet in a book, and we count to the music. So 1, 2, 3, and 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, cross 4, 5, 2, 3.6. 7, 2, 3, and on your toes, push up, lift, swing, and 1, 2, 3, 4, change, swing, and 1, 2, 3, 4, one more, change, swing, and 1, 2, 3, 4, so swing, you're turning, so swing, swing, hop, back, hop, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we drop, and then bow. Yay! What's your name? I think that was okay.
You're a quick learner.
Yeah,
That's
Tina,
good.
that second hop, hop, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Tricked me every time, but I think we got it at the end there.
You look great.
I'll
Thank
tell you, I was
you.
pretty impressed, I have to
Thank
say. First time out. Maybe next year you'll be on the parade route with them.
Maybe.
You never know.
Maybe.
All right, thanks Jillian so
Thank
much.
you.
Of course, there are lots of other big St. Patrick's Day events going on as we get closer to the big day, including the 3rd annual Bluffton St. Patrick's Day Sunset Block Party tonight at Oyster Factory Park, starting at 5:30. And then on Saturday, Tybee Island Parade set for 3 o'clock. And on Sunday, South Carolina's oldest parade takes center stage on Hilton Head Island. That one starts at 2. The main event, of course, March 17th, which is Tuesday. St. Patrick's Day Mass starts at 8 o'clock inside the Cathedral of St. John the Baptist. And 2 hours later, Savannah's parade steps off at 10:15. We've got a full list of all the events across our area, WSAV.com/St. Pat's.